Hello everyone, my name is Kaseem. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to walk through Tesla's earnings call. I want to start doing this, every time Tesla drops their earnings. If I can't do a live stream, I'm going to get the audio afterwards, listen to the whole thing and make commentary on it and, share it here with you on YouTube. So in today's video, we are going to go over the earnings call. We're gonna start the earnings call like right now. I'm just saying that up. So I hope you enjoy this. As an investor, I think it's important to always like you. I know a lot of people cannot listen to every single company they invest in. They cannot listen to all the earnings call, but at least your top five that you have most money in, you need to know what those companies are up to, so that way, you know, if the stock goes down, it gives you have more conviction to buy when the stock goes down because like what the company is up to. Unlike other investors that don't listen to their earnings call, they don't listen to what their team have to say about the company and everything like that. So that's what I'm trying to do here, trying to show you guys how to not only invest, but how to try to make money in the stock market, how to invest for the long term, and what you should really do as as an investor, as someone that invests in stock, some of the things that you're supposed to do. And listening to earnings call is certainly one of them. So let's get the show on the road and listen to Tesla's earnings call. I'm gonna try to forward some of the songs. Looks like they're gonna start pretty soon. But I'll forward some of it. And just let it roll. Well, yeah, this is just the earnings call. We are not showing any finance on this one. This is just the regular earnings call.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for standing by, and welcome to
Okay, the call is just about to start now, so we're just gonna listen to the whole thing through.
first quarter.
I would intercept and add some commentary wherever I feel like I need to, because this is one of the companies that I'm very very bullish on, and I wanna hear everything from everybody, from the team. I wanna hear what they have to say, their inputs and everything like that. So the earnings call is part of the way of actually getting a little bit of an insight into what the companies are doing. So let's get right into it here.
2021 results and Q&A website. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. After the presentation, there will be a question and answer session. Please be advised that today's conference is being recorded. If you require any further assistance, please press *0. I will now hand the conference over to your speaker today, Martin Vieca, Senior Director of Investor Relations.
Thank you, Carmen, and good afternoon, everyone. And welcome to Tesla's first quarter 2021 Q&A webcast. I'm joined today by Elon Musk, Zachary Kirkhorn, and a number of other executives. Our Q1 results were announced at about 1 p.m. Pacific time in the update deck we published at the same link as this webcast. During this call, we will discuss our business outlook and make forward-looking statements. These comments are based on our predictions and expectations as of today. Actual events or results could differ materially due to a number of risks and uncertainties, including those mentioned in our most recent filings with the SEC. During the question and answer portion of today's call, please limit yourself to one question and one follow-up. Please press *1 now if you would like to join the question queue. But before we jump into Q&A, Elon has some opening remarks. Elon?
Great, thank you. So Q1 2021 was a record quarter on many levels. Tesla achieved record production, deliveries, and surpassed $1 billion in non-GAAP net income for the first time. And we've seen a real shift in customer perception of electric vehicles, and our demand is the best we've ever seen. So this is we're used to seeing a reduction in demand in the first quarter, and we saw an increase in demand.
You see, that is great. Do you guys get what I'm saying? This is why I do videos on Tesla all the time. Like from January to March, right? The first 3 months, they saw an increase in demand, and normally in January to March, they usually see a decrease in demand. So that means more people actually want Tesla cars. Like they want to get their hands on this car. Like Tesla cannot sell enough of these cars. More people want it than Tesla can make. So they're building up factory, they're building up all this stuff. So you know, keep an eye on Tesla. It's a good
That
company to keep
exceeded
an eye on.
the normal seasonal reduction in demand in Q1. So Model 3 became the best-selling mid-sized premium sedan in the world. In fact, I should say the best-selling luxury sedan of any kind in the world. The BMW 3 Series was for the longest time the best-selling premium sedan. It's been exceeded by the Tesla Model 3. And this is only 3.5 years into production and with just 2 factories. For Model 3.
It makes sense. You guys heard that? 3.5 years of creating that car and actually ramping it up. And yeah, 3.5 years. That's crazy. And they already have the best-selling car, the best-selling sedan. I mean, you can compare Model 3 to BMW 3 Series or the Mercedes C-Class, those type of cars.
Outselling its combustion engine competitors, I think is quite remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
And the past couple of quarters, we delivered roughly 250,000 Model 3s.
Nice.
So, which translates to an annualized rate of 500,000 per year. When it comes to Model Y, we think Model Y will be the best-selling car or vehicle of any kind in the world, and probably next year. So, I'm not 100% certain next year, but I think it's quite likely. I'd say more likely than not that in 2022, Model Y is the best-selling car or truck of any kind in the world.
You guys hear that again? Another gem from this call. Elon is predicting that Model Y will be the best-selling car ever in the world. Like, that is nice. That's the kind of company you want to invest in. It's nice.
Then, with regard to full self-driving, full self-driving beta continues to make great progress. This is definitely one of the hardest technical problems that exists, that's maybe ever existed.
Of course. And of course, like who else has ever decided to create a car that can drive itself? Like, who else? Nobody else. Nobody in the world has ever tried to create a car that can drive itself up to the point that Tesla have it at today. Like, pretty much nobody. So
really, in order to solve it, we basically need to solve a pretty significant part of artificial intelligence, specifically real world artificial intelligence. And that sort of AI, the neural nets need to be compressed into.
That is a big point there. So what Elon is trying to say that, like, they need to solve real world AI problems, right? So they need to get AI to try to understand what is going on in the real world, right? I mean, by the time that they solve the stuff, who knows what other application they can apply it to. Maybe they can apply it to robot assistants. Maybe they can apply it to robot delivery vehicles. Maybe they can apply it to so many things, So solving real world AI problems could be another, revenue generating income source for Tesla, like the Dojo program,
A fairly small computer, a very efficient computer that we've designed, but nonetheless, a small computer that's using on the order of 70 or 80 watts. So this is, I think, a much harder problem than if you were to use, say, 10,000 computers in a server room or something like that. This has got to fit into a smallish brain.
Right.
this, I think, with the elimination of radar, we're finally getting rid of one of the last crutches. Radar was really it was making up for some of the shortfalls of vision, but this is not good. You actually just need vision to work, and when vision works, it works. It works better than the best human.
Elon keeps saying it. It said it so many times already that in order to solve self-driving the self-driving problem, they need vision. You need to be able to see and use your brain to interpret what's going on, because that's how we humans, that's how we that's how we know how to drive. That's how the road is set up. You use your eye to see what's going on, and then you use your brain to interpret what's going on the road. So Tesla is trying to do that with computers. Like they're trying to do the AI dojo system, like solving the dojo system. And then they are also talking about using vision only instead of radar, you know.
It's like having 8 cameras. It's like having eyes in the back of your head, the sides of your head, and 3 eyes at different focal distances looking forward.
Exactly.
This is, and processing it at a speed that is superhuman. There's no question in my mind that with a pure vision solution, we can make a car that is dramatically safer than the average person. So, but it is a hard problem because we are actually solving something quite fundamental about artificial intelligence. We basically have to solve real world vision AI, and we are. So, and key to solving this is also having just a massive data set. So, just having well over 1 million cars on the road that are collecting data from very sort of corner case rare situations. Sort of like so many weird things in the world, like a truck carrying a truck, or a car with a one example is a car, an actual example, a car with a kayak on the roof, where the kayak has a little weight dangling from the front of the kayak in front of the car. And yet the car must.
That is so interesting. So they basically have to try to capture all these different things that can happen on the road. A truck carrying another truck, towing another truck. Delivery car having cars right over it. So many different things. You know, they're running onto the street. So they have to train their computers to try to figure all that stuff out, which is quite a feat. It's quite amazing.
Ignore this and just look at the road. So it's really quite tricky, but I am highly confident that we will get this done. So yes,
good.
This quarter, and I think we'll continue to see that a little bit in Q2 and Q3. So Q1 had some of the most difficult supply chain challenges that we've ever experienced in the life of Tesla. Insane difficulties with supply chain, with parts over the whole range of parts. Obviously, people have heard about the chip shortage. This is a huge problem. But then, in addition to that, for example, we had quite a bit of difficulty scaling drive unit production in China because we were unable to get critical engineers there because of COVID quarantine restrictions. So, which meant that Tesla worldwide was dependent on drive units made at our factory in Nevada. So that was a very challenging situation. I think we're mostly out of that particular problem. But those are just two of many challenges. So the teams really done an incredible job of dealing with really severe supply chain shortages.
Let's end that. Let's end that right there. So, to me, that sounds like a very, very good investment. That what I just got from the call. Let's just go over it. So, they basically solving real world AI problems. This is from my notes. A few things that I got jotted down. They're solving real world AI problems. The Model 3 is the best selling car, period. Best selling sedan, period. And their Model Y is going to be the best selling car moving forward. All right. They're working on their dojo system. And the dojo system is basically the car has a bunch of cameras around it. And then they build their own computer chip that they build into the car. And the computer chips process all the image and tell the car what to do. So processing those image and labeling those images, they used to have people doing it, human beings doing it, and telling the computer, hey, this is what this is, this is what that is, this is what this is. Now they're training the computer to do that. So the dojo system is improving. What's the next one? They talked about the solar roof. They talked about Tesla selling Bitcoin. They sold 10% of Bitcoin. They talked about like superconductor. I have to research that more. They talked about the energy business. They talked about FSD. So this call was a very helpful call as a Tesla investor. Again, I personally still feel like the company is still not matured yet to get to a point where you're gonna sell the stock. If you own the stock right now, it's just to be accumulating, because we have factories in Germany, factory in Austin, Texas. They're coming out with Model S, Model Y, Plaid, Cybertruck, semi truck. This company is just starting on their journey. This is a great investment. Anybody that is investing in Tesla, that you don't listen to Tesla's earnings call, you are doing yourself a disjustice or whatever. You should be listening to Tesla's earnings call. Anyways, with that being said, appreciate you for watching the video. I know this is a long video. Appreciate you for watching the video. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel. I do this pretty much every week. I post on this channel every week. So if you like this content, subscribe. I do my Tesla update every week and a half, which I show you how my Tesla portfolio is doing. And I go with the basic premise of investing $20 every day, which is $100. It's about $400. It's about $400 per month that I invest into Tesla stock on a daily basis. So it's not a lot of money. I think a lot of people can afford to do $20 a day on a great investment like this. So anyways, all in all, this has been a great earnings call. I've learned a lot more about the company, and I'm going to keep on doing some more research like I do pretty much all the time. And listening to the earnings call like this is part of that research. Keep on doing those research and just trying to gain a little bit more knowledge into what the company is doing. So whenever the stock goes down like crazy, I jump in and buy a little bit more and just over time grow my wealth as a company grow as well. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Appreciate you for watching. Until next time, see you later. Love you all. Bye.